This is a $250 vegan food haul, and I just wanted to point out that this is more than 2 weeks, nearly 3 weeks worth of food for 2 adults, and 2 other adults will be visiting for 3 or 4 of those days, and I will also be feeding them. So this is everything that you need for almost 3 weeks, maybe even more. Some of these things I'm definitely not going to go through in that amount of time, but I want to showcase this to any non-vegan that thinks our lifestyle is expensive. I did buy many expensive things that I wouldn't do if I were on a strict budget, whether I was vegan or not. These ice creams are, I would admit, too expensive. I could bake at home and spend a fraction of the cost, which is what I try to do. So we do have lots of ice creams. We eat cereals for dessert. So there are lots of sweets in our house all the time because my husband's sweet tooth is incredibly unsatisfied. It's insane. I don't know how he does it. But you have a ton of fruit and vegetables. Really, we don't eat enough fruit. This is about all that I have to show you with fruit. But we do have a lot of produce. So avocado, mint, we've got onions and garlic and sweet potatoes and asparagus and bell pepper and 4 heads of cauliflower and 5 pounds of carrots and cabbage. Then we've got the green beans, and then we have almond milk and some chocolate milk. We have vegetable broth. I want to say 4 or 5 cans worth of fire roasted tomatoes and 4 cans of garbanzo chickpeas. And then we've got a coconut cream and cinnamon rolls because, again, you can't satisfy my husband's sweet tooth. We do have 9 pounds of potatoes back there, some vermicelli noodles, and some chorizo that they finally brought back to some of my grocery store locations. And then again, Kroger finally brought back their meatless options, so that's exciting. I'm going to try their crispy tenders for the first time. And then some expensive things that vegans often will purchase is nuts. And then vegan cheeses can definitely be expensive. Doing any kind of frozen produce is not the smartest way to be thrifty, but this was not to be thrifty. I just did my regular grocery shopping based on what kind of dinners I would be making and then went from there. So this is the other area, again, still the same grocery order. We have tortillas that will last us probably over 2 months. Coconut sugar that will last us probably about 2 months. Same thing with a light brown sugar. We've got jalapenos and nutritional yeast. This is vegan gold. If you're not very familiar with veganism, this is a great way to get your B12 in, and a bunch of other awesome things. So that's really great. Very healthy, cheesy flavors. We've got soy sauce and salt and these chipotle peppers and adobo sauces. Absolutely life. And then Newman Oats, because fuck Oreos. Organic is definitely my preference. And then to avoid bone char sugar. And then I also avoid any animal enzymes in their cookie dough conditioner. So I highly suggest switching to Newman Oats if you are a vegan. And then red lentils. And we've got, of course, our cashews. 3 things of pasta and chai tea. Peanut butter pretzels. My husband can't stop eating, and we go through one of these in probably 2 weeks. These Garden of Eden chips are, in my opinion, expensive chips, but they are organic and they have no salt added, and my husband likes them. And then, of course, our toilet paper that'll last more than 2 weeks. So all of these things were a total of $250, and it is not trying, just enjoying our food. That's what we're doing. We are enjoying the food and making really great meals with it. And we're not, if I were on a budget, there are a lot of things I would have excluded. I would have excluded all of these ice creams, the cereal, the maple syrup is really not necessary. These meatless products are definitely not necessary. The chow cheese cheese was $6. Not necessary. These cinnamon rolls are pretty expensive as well. Chocolate milk, definitely not necessary in our life. So those are just some of the things I could get rid of. Obviously, the Newman O's are not necessary. These peanut butter pretzels, not necessary. So those would be the things I would say we could just kick. We don't need them in our lives at all, and I could save a whole lot of money, but that's not what our current need is. So we're just enjoying food, but still spending less than a meat eater would if they were to also enjoy their food equally. If you have any questions, let me know. I would love to help anybody go grocery shopping or just assist you with what things to buy. If you have questions about any ingredients or anything, that is what I'm here for. And I love to help people know and make better decisions and just become altogether better, more evolved people. So there we are.